We say time flies, but does it really fly? Hello, welcome back to La Prairie. Hello, it's your girl Pierce, and as I'm talking to you now, I'm talking to you as an official graduate of Bachelor's of Arts Honors English Language from Obafemi University. So now, today I'm going to be talking about the concept of time flies in relation to university while I do maintenance on my bow braids. Like you can see, actually having bow braids takes a lot of maintenance, which is something most people don't know. Like especially when they start complaining like 2 days after they get there, they'll be like, oh, my curls are all matted. You are getting high maintenance hair. You need to take care of it. The first bow braids I made by myself, I think I would attach maybe an image when editing. The first, I carried it for like 2 months, and the maintenance every day like drained me, but I still had to get bow braids because I wanted something cool for my convocation. So now it's been a week since I had this hair. Today's Saturday, so I finished my hair last week Friday. Like you watched my vlog video because I started on Thursday morning, they'll finish it on Friday. So I'm going to be doing maintenance check for my hair while I discuss the concept of time flies in relation to university. Now I got into university in 2019 and I graduated in 2024. Please do let me start explaining the concept of time. Like I had my life planned, but you know what they say about, oh, man proposes, God disposes, that kind of stuff, because Ebola happened, strike happened. That's the disadvantage of going to a federal school. Like I really can see the disadvantage of that. So after it wasn't even English I wanted when I entered the university. I wanted law, but Obafemi University, they were disaccredited for law, so I just had to switch to English. And actually my OAU journey didn't even start from there. I had to go to P degree because I was already thinking I might not get the admission because I switched my course late. But when I was in P degree around March 2019, that's when I got my admission. I had to stop pre-degree and resume to OAU. And part one was, I don't know, it's flew. Let me see, because actually that time part one, I don't really enjoy my part one because I was still chasing law. So I was preparing for JAM, which I got to 75, and proceeded me for UI law. But at the end, I was 0.1 marks short for UI law, so I just had to stay my English and I'm done. And because if I had switched, I was still maybe part for law by now. So part one, what was I even remember in part one? Okay, I met my friends in part one. Then what else? I don't really like to do much, but at least the only good thing about my part one was I maintained my CGPA, even though I was still saying that I want to go back. Thank God I will add the sense of not like thinking so much that I'm going back to UI for law. So let me focus on my way here because it will have been a disaster. How will I recover from the like matriculation? I remember matriculation day. Like I even saw the picture recently. I have to cut off so many of these calls. God, I don't know my matriculation day. I wore knits. Like I still think about that. What possessed me to actually wear that kind of clothes? But that was it. Like part one. Any other memorable thing in part one? Not really. Before that, I stayed with my cousin and I made friends. And I don't really enjoy my partner, as I said, because I was preparing for my UI law. I know. You know me by now. You know that I take first listen between my videos to check if my video is actually recorded because I don't understand. Sometimes my phone just stop recording halfway, and the phone is just stay here. Like, why are you being like this to me? Maybe I just need to change the phone. I don't even understand. So like, I already did this out. This is going to take long. This is going to take a very long time to like tangle it up. So now, part one, there was really nothing that special. Yeah, but like part two was when I knew, part 2 or 200 level, call it parts in Obafemi University. 200 level was when I knew the reason why struggle is part of the OAU anthem. Like you cannot be a student, you cannot be an alumni of OAU or even a student of Obafemi University and not like have your struggle moments. Oh my God, it was crazy, as in crazy. Then COVID came along, so they would have to start doing online class. The online class even made the struggle out just like more crazy. So in part two, part two, I think my first semester was was online class for my first semester. Okay, wait, this is done. Okay, just part the hair into two different sections so we can start the maintainers. Okay, roll it. We can really multitask because this one I'm going to be doing two different things while talking. Well, actually, I saw a video stating that men can multitask. Actually, I can actually multitask. I don't know, talking. But which is I was talking about two different things. I was talking about these braids, and I also have to talk about my university life. What was in part two? Nothing much. Okay, apart from COVID, but the struggle was actually a lot too. Then, and actually, that COVID puts a touch in my plans on me graduating early. Because I told you I entered the university 2019, so let's count like a normal session. I'm going to graduate 2022, but what year am I graduating? 2024. I can't. You know, like it was from that time I knew, oh God, I need to start every plan of my life. I need to like this. I got a spray bottle and it's conditional and water that is inside it, because when maintaining bow braids you need to drench in water, and I think the reason why my curls are turning out this way because I didn't get a good curl. So if you actually want to, but I'm thinking even if I advise you to get good curls for your bow braids, it's just a braid that I can't for like 2 months. Why spend a couple $1,000s, okay, not even a couple thousands of naira on good curls when you're still going to like, you might not even use the curl. So the best thing, actually, after I got my hair I had to recoil it again. After I got my hair I had to recoil it again. That's why it's still like the curls are still pretty okay, and I used a lot of products on it to get it. So like the first thing we're doing is to make sure this thing is properly wet that hair, wet it. Like you need a lot of water to actually maintain bow braids. Okay, in COVID, but actually COVID was when I knew that I had to start doing something with my life, and that was when I started like expanding my niche. Actually, I started as a content creator before. I'm not a creative writer before that, but I was actually mostly writing for myself. But that COVID time, someone just reached out to me that, oh, you write stories. How about we start making money with these stories that you write? And I said, oh, cool. So when I was at home, well, I wasn't really at home, I was still on campus, but I was still in my hostel. So when I was in the hostel, I was still making cool cash. So that was when I even learned so many other skills. That was when I also started my, oh, why is this not properly? That was when I also started my crocheting and my hair business as well. I started doing distress locks for everybody. Okay, COVID extended to 2020, yeah, 2021. I think I've lost count. I think 2021, yeah. So yeah, that was the time I started doing bow braids for people. I started doing my big business and all also, and that was the time I knew I started, I think because I was fitting with some other things, all my academics kind of started. Actually, I was still on the strong 4 points as a part 1 and a part 2. Part 3 was when the devil struck. I think because I knew, actually the thing about my department is that English, that's like whenever I see anybody talking about, oh, English is killing, what are you complaining about? But I did sound on TikTok now, something like that. Like, oh, English is easy, come and do it. And actually, come and do it. Like, it's just freaking crazy. No matter, I should have done the reason. And I don't even know. Maybe it's just only you that's like that English department has issues, or it is just English department all across the country, because it's very, very rare to find a first class in English. But thankfully, in our set, after, okay, the first, so like 10 years after that, 2 years ago, 2 ladies broke the record of no first class in English department. 10 years no first class, and in my set again, like 2 years after my set, 2 ladies again broke the record. So I think it's still a win, even though I didn't get one, but it's still because I should start my foundation. Okay, now I sectioned this into 2 again, so I just kind of going to roll it again, so divide it into 2. Part 2, I knew that education would not be the only way for me to make money, so it's better for me to actually have something else by the side. So I started writing, and I developed back to Upwork while doing a sourced project as well. Then what else happened in part 2? And part 3, the beginning of spiritual warfare. Now this, because this week I've been very, very busy. So today's Saturday, my convocation was on Thursday, and on Monday after I got back from Ibadan on Sunday. So I've been very busy dress fitting, all those stuff. So I've not been having time to actually call each choir one by one to like condition it, because I have to do it today. So that's why, and I have to cut off all this excess calls. I think this is so coily or something. I'm actually planning on like making calls by myself and attaching it. Now part 3 was the beginning of my spiritual warfare. I don't even understand, and actually it was when I got to part 3 that I understood the reason why people just say, oh, this is when you are this part or this level that you really know the meaning of academic issue. So the course coming out. I don't know. I really know the meaning of academic warfare. Like, apart from me now, my department been after my life. Part 3. That was when our federal government people decided to do a strike as well. We went on a long strike, and that was when I knew at this point I have to add something. And since I studied French in secondary school, I said, oh, how about I even like start looking for small language related stuff? And that was when I found BTS. I said, BTS members, okay, I like you and I want to understand what you're saying. So how about I just use this? I think it was about 4 months strike. I said I cannot allow it to come to the way. So I said, let me start learning the language. And within a period of time, before we go back to school, I started learning the language. Because I remember that time, a lot of people were telling of all things I could have used my time for. Because a lot of people went to learn skills. I said, oh, I'm just going to learn the language. People were like, oh, you're becoming so obsessed with these people. They were teasing me. And now, those people, anytime they hear me speak, they were like, wow, you're so good for Chalanda. I'm like, yes. I think I didn't listen to you. People were telling me not to learn the language. That time I started learning Korean, and I started like working on brushing up my French as well. And before I go back to school, I was really good and I was able to start doing content creation in Korean as well. The strike took a very big weight on my life, I swear. Like, the strike was just crazy. I think I'm going to have to cut a lot of calls from this store, because the less calls there is, the less issue for me to handle. And with bow braids, you have to make sure that you go through each. I think the less braids you have to manage with bow braids, the easier it will be for you. So you have to go through each of these calls. I still regret not getting good calls, but actually, this is just making it more stressful for me. So, what happened in part 3? I actually had lots to say, but now that it's time for me to talk, I actually don't know what to say anymore. But just that I was really an introvert in the university, because I didn't like talking much, but I had my group of people that I had talks with. But more condition. Oh, this is the condition I'm using. This makes good stuff. I think Luscious also is there, so we have a long way to go. So just like brush through this course, and when you see something that is not a cord that is not bulging, I'm trying to resurrect it, just cut it off, because I think sometimes just better to cut off unnecessary issues. Now back to part 3. Part 3, I don't even just know. I don't know, maybe because I had so many, maybe because I think the reason why it even happened was because we had a long strike to begin with. So like after 4 months of like strike, coming back to school, coming back to learn, because I'm sure not a lot of people were reading when I went up. So like coming back to school environment after that amount of time, like school really messed with some other people, and me, that I started doing something that was even different from what I'm studying. I think that actually, but come to think of it, I didn't really have issue in my major courses. It was borrowed course. Now, I told you when I went to Scotland University, I majored in French in part 1 and part 2. But part 3, I couldn't pick any French course, because in my school, when you're in French, when you get to part 3, you travel to Badagry to have like a year language immersion in native environments, that kind of stuff. Try to build your French. So there's this French related stuff in Lagos Badagry. So that's where they went. So I couldn't pick French. And I had to pick philosophy. Oh my god. And there was a reason I dropped philosophy in part 1, because I just knew it wasn't for me. But I had no choice. I had to pick it in part 3, and that was when my issue started. Even though in part 1 I had an 8 in it, but I still knew that I had to do extensive reading for me to keep up with this course. As I didn't want to pick it, but there was no other course available for me to pick, so I just had to pick philosophy out. That was where the problem started. That was where the problem started. So I removed all my nails after the ceremony, because every time I have nails on, I didn't show you a picture of my nails. Oh my god, I said I was gonna fix it, but I did. I had to remove it, because anytime I keep nails on for long, my new bed suffer it. So I had to like get it off as soon as possible. But this one, for some reason, it's still stuck. Maybe because I used too much glue on it. So after you curl this, braid it back. The way to maintain your curls for bow braids is braiding. Just braid it back, because that way it won't get matted. And I think I didn't learn this the hard way, because before I made that hair, that's why before I do anything, I love to make extensive research about it, so that if it is something that still like matches with my lifestyle, I can keep up with it. But if not, you've got to go. So now we are done with this first, and now in part 3, with that French stuff, with the philosophy stuff, I put through how I could, but my department again, I swear, I don't even understand. They were being mean to us. Let me just say, but actually I don't want to like. If I start saying what my eyes went through in my department, I just graduated. I don't know wahala. Actually, all I can say is I survived that department, and that's what I'm going to say. Now, what's happened in part 3? I say, I think I should have actually made like an extensive. I just wrote I like level 1 matric, level 2 COVID, level 3 start of spiritual warfare. like spiritual warfare, big time. Like you cannot be a student of a university, especially student of English language, and not draw closer to God. Like barely even OAU. Like my brother is also in OAU right now, and while he was in secondary school, my brother always had like 91, 90. There was even one time he got 98. And it wasn't about biology or chemistry. But when he got to AU, I even told him before I came to, I said, man, you cannot expect how you used to get big scores then in your secondary school. You cannot expect that kind of treatment in OAU, and he had the first taste of it in his first year before he switched courses. I told him, you see, in this way, it's not about being smart, it's about luck and God. Because but like when I think back to those courses, I don't even understand. I think maybe I didn't just talk too much about my department. My department was good. I graduated honors, 7 class upper with a good CGP. Simple. You just leave it like that. Now level 4. Oh my god. I think I'm almost done, and I'm not still almost done with my maintenance. Oh my god, let's talk fast. Let me talk slowly. I talk about other things. In part 4, there was also academic pressure. Of course, like that's the final step. And the fact that our project as well. For my project, I don't know. I didn't really have, maybe because I was on a did most of the job because it was my topic that we used. We did it in groups. So this is there any call I need to remove from this? I think the calls of this ones are good. Wait, I think it's still good. Okay, we don't have anything to cut from it, so let's braid it. So far you can run your hands through the hair. It's good. Now in the part 4, so I started knowing, oh, there's a tangle, oh my god. In part 4 as well. In part 4 as well, I started knowing the reason why I struggle. There is no how you will pass through it, you know, I've struggled big time struggle. I say part 4 was a very dark time. Okay, it was not as dark as part 3. Now I said not spiritual, but aside academics as well, so I like personal spiritual warfare I was battling at that time. It was very dark. I think that's part of what even made it crazy for me. Normally, part 3 is a very complex level because you are getting more introduced to advanced courses. But because of I also had some personal things I was navigating, it's made it freaking difficult and stressful. I'm like, oh god. Anytime I remember those days, all I can say is see what the Lord has done, because hey, if I start there, I go feel like a biography. Now this is out of the way, so let's continue with this. More water. So I think it's as I said, like part 3 was like a very dark time for me. Part 3, what year was that? That would be 2024. I started my part 4 October 2023. So which means my part 3 was November, December 2022, then the year of 2023. Yeah, the year of 2023. All I can say is the Lord was good to me then, because when I think about everything again, spray with water, spray, like drench it. And I think if you're even I think the best time for you to get BOHO braids is rainy season, but just that water is not good for braids, especially on the scalp. It makes it itchy because it comes alive when it is with water. The time I made that my BOHO braids was during like the rainy season in Nigeria, so like I was not always that sad. Anytime I went out and my hair got kind of drenched because of you're helping me with my cold, because this. Yes, my phone stopped recording again, and after 4 minutes of talking, nothing was actually recorded. Oh my god. You know what? I'm not like I can't. I can't. Maybe I should just stop recording. I'll just do a summary of what I said. I think I stopped at my part 3. Part 4 was good. FYB week was good because I wore a book and everybody appreciated it. I oiled my scalp and I applied the mousse. And I talked about my future plans. in that I'm not really sure what I want to do. But if anybody asks me, I'm not sure what I want to do because there's NYSC that I'll go for after this National Youth Service Corps, after the university. So I'm still waiting for the mobilization. But I would really love to work with language related and culture exchange opportunities. And my brother texted me that he was scared for me since I'm done with university. What is wrong? What am I going to do next to my life? I went into details about what is my plans after university. But now that my phone is decided to be the first that act against me, I can't go back to talking about this. I'm boiling inside, and I really don't want to let it out on camera. So I'll just quickly round this up and go cry my ass out. And my hair. I finished my hair while talking about that, so this is my hair now. So the key to maintaining boho braids is to use a lot of product conditioner, and in the morning, this is my morning routine. If I go also in the morning, I just like oil it, put mask, oil it out. That's in the evening, I pass it into 4 different sections, oil it, put mask, put conditioner, and braid it in 4 sections and roll it and wrap it with that scarf or bonnet. I washed my bonnet, that's why I used the scarf. What else did I even talk about? I just can't. I was talking about that I would love to further my studies in other languages, but rather than doing 4 years, I would really love to do it as masters, maybe Korean, Spanish, French, or even different new language. And even if I don't get the opportunity, I would love to work in a language related field. Maybe not teaching as much. Even though this English language can work anywhere, I just want to work in a place that is good. I've even lost the enthusiasm of talking because I remember me talking so much, with so much laughter, so much joy, and now it's all dead. I'm not even sure if it's recording at this point anymore. And if it doesn't record anymore at this point, I'm done. Maybe it's content creation, so I'll just stop my YouTube channel at this point. Because what the S says, God, I'll never forget me Jesus name before the end of 2024. I'm just tired. I need to upgrade my phone. And I just upgraded it. I don't even know. And the economy is so free because how much will I even use to upgrade at this point? Why am I ranting to the car? God. Is there, if you need more boho braids tips, let me know in the comment section. Or if you have anything you can recommend to me as a language enthusiast, maybe opportunities, I will gladly listen. So till next time, see you in my next video. If I still continue to do content creation after this point. So, down it to bye. I'm just tired and I'm hungry. I started to do my videos at this point, so I didn't just finish them, get it over with. Because if I eat, I'll be tired. Oh, none of it's recorded. Is it even recording at this point? Till next time, bye. At least my hair is good and all set for the day. That's a good thing, right?